Hawaiian lawmakers are considering a ban on some popular sunscreen to protect coral reefs. Researchers found that AUV filtering ingredient commonly found in lotions harms the coral. Up to 14,000 tons of sunscreen wind up in coral reef areas of the ocean every year. Scientists say it contributes to the ecosystem damage. Carter Evans got a first-hand look at the problem near Kona, Hawaii, from both the ocean and the air.
Looks so beautiful.
The Big Island of Hawaii's pristine coastline is home to one of the state's largest coral reefs, a miles-long stretch that scientists say is dying at an alarming rate. Paradise helicopters took us up for a bird's-eye view.
To the naked eye, everything looks perfect down below. Yeah, that's the confusion of this, is that when you fly over, the seawater is actually masking the problem.
Ecologist Dr. Greg Asner has studied the reefs for more than 25 years. In a plane outfitted with special imaging sensors, he can determine the health of the coral by its color.
We're able to fly over and collect information over vast areas of reef that we would never get in a lifetime of diving.
The red all over the map is dead or dying coral.
Get your arms in there.
And to see how bad it really is, we have to go underwater. This is now a dead zone.
We see the corals that died a few years ago. Those are the skeletons that are kind of eroded now. And then you see the corals that died recently. They're still standing up, but they're dead. There's no pigment. They're just ghosts.
And it's not just happening in Hawaii. Coral reefs are dying off around the world. Scientists say it's mostly due to rising ocean temperatures, but new evidence suggests certain types of sunscreens are making it even worse in popular tourist areas.
Here we have a number of tests going on.
Biologist Dr. Robert Richman and his team studied the effects of an active ingredient common in sunscreens called oxybenzone.
You're talking about like a shot glass in a swimming pool. These are the kinds of levels where things begin to have action.
His research confirms even a trace amount of oxybenzone is toxic to coral.
First thing they give up are things like reproduction and growth, and then they will eventually die.
The strong scientific evidence is what encouraged Hawaii lawmakers to propose a statewide ban on the sale of all sunscreens that contain oxybenzone. State Senator Willa Sparrow says people will have to learn to use sunblocks that contain titanium and zinc instead. If Hawaii does approve this ban, it'll be the first state to do so.
Yes, I'd like to see Hawaii take the lead and make certain that we can do all we can to protect our ocean environment.
But sunscreen makers are fighting back. A group representing about 90% of the cosmetic and personal care products industry says there is no conclusive scientific evidence that sunscreen ingredients negatively impact coral reefs at levels that have been detected in tourist areas. Dr. Richman disagrees.
The levels that we're finding in the water are the levels at which it's having that biological impact.
What can we do to slow down what's happening?
At this point, it's real tough to think about ways to slow ocean warming. But locally, we can do a lot to take stress off the reef.
So sunscreen might be a good place to start.
It's one that we can all contribute to.
For CBS This Morning, Carter Evans, Kona, Hawaii.
Really interesting story.
Oh boy, what are we doing to the planet?
Yeah.
Just use sunblock, y'all.
Yeah, sunblock. All right.